was so much easier than the way I was doing it.
Okay, we're live.
Yes, we're live. Good morning to everybody that's not here yet.
I know.
They'll,
It was quiet yesterday, though, too. There was,
yeah,
I don't know,
yeah.
must be a busy weekend. I know it's a holiday weekend up here, but I don't know if there's a holiday in the States.
Oh, I don't know what the holiday would be.
Yeah, I don't know. Up here, it's a civic holiday, and everybody has off on Monday. So I figured long weekend up here,
Oh,
but
yeah.
most of the viewers are in the States and
Yeah,
UK.
we don't have a holiday. Civic holiday. That's kind of nice. Is that for all the civic workers?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's a government holiday.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Not that matters to me, but
Yeah. And it says right there, Anwar turned down subscription only channel subscribers for 5 minutes or longer. There's
there's
Mitzi. Good morning, Mitzi.
Mitzi and her purple heart.
Mitzi. Guess what, Mitzi? I saw you over at Maddie's auction. I was telling Carol that I don't know whether you were there later on when they brought out the Bauhaus stuff, and I bought it all because I love Bauhaus, and I bought it all. Oh my gosh, Mitzi, I bought every last bit of it except for the moles. Did you buy the moles? I thought maybe you bought them, but anyway. Hi, Jill. Good morning.
Hi, Jill.
So I'm very excited, and I didn't expect. I was just going to go take a peek, and then all of a sudden, she started pulling out all of this stuff, and I just couldn't resist. I couldn't resist. Hi, Penny. Penny was over there too, and was a little. She was lucky. Hi, Janet. I almost won twice, but then I guess they counted wrong, and I didn't win. But that's okay. So, I had a good time.
Hi, Penny and Janet.
And there's Penny. That's Nettie's traveling buddy. They're driving fools. They just drive. Yes. Oh. So I hope everyone's doing well this wonderful another Sunday morning. They keep on rolling every week. I'm always amazed that it's Sunday.
I know.
I lost a day yesterday. Sometimes you forget what day, at least I shouldn't say. Sometimes I forget what day of the week is, and I'm running around and I'm watching the auction, and I'm in the kitchen making dinner, and all of a sudden, oh my gosh, it's Sunday. I've got to put the garbage out, and I'm running around getting the garbage ready, and all of a sudden, I stop in my tracks. Wait a minute, it's Saturday, you ass. So I didn't. I'm glad I didn't put the garbage out. I always check. I usually check my neighbors to see whether the garbage is out, and nobody had the garbage out. But all of a sudden, it dawned on me that it wasn't Sunday; it was Saturday. So I stopped myself from making a fool of myself.
I'm gonna mute so you can do
my reading.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So it is Sunday. I know that for a fact because we are all here. Hi, Janet. I did say hi to Janet. Yes. So, as you know, some of you who are here know that I read out of this rather beat up book. The name of it is It Was on Fire When I Lay Down. And I just ordered his first book because I lost my edition of that. So when that comes, we can start reading out of that. He is a minister of some sort. I think Unitarian, which is kind of one of those very, very laid back type of religions. Good morning, Nashua. And I'm pretty sure I haven't read this one. But if I have, and anybody's in here remembers me reading it, I will look up to see. Okay. And if I see someone say, you read that, then I will find another one. Last week was a very interesting one on mixed marriages. I thought that was pretty cool. And this is my quote that I carry around with me. I've shared this with you before, but this quote just speaks to me. And the quote is, "She took the leap and built her wings on the way down." And sometimes in the morning when I take the leap to get out of bed, I hope that I have my wings built by the time I land. But some days I never get my wings built. And I kind of have that kind of day where you're floundering around without any wings. But that's my quote that I really enjoy looking at. All right, here we go, folks. Ready or not. Again, he has no titles, so I can't give you the title. A friend doesn't like the essay, "All I Really Need to Know I Learned in Kindergarten." Says it's nice as far as it goes, but it doesn't go far enough. I think it should go beyond nice. He's right. There are things I learned and needed to learn that were not taught in primary school. Teachers and adults would never tell you these things. Oh, they knew them all right, but they would never tell you they knew. You had to find them out for yourself or from your friends. The ultimate source of this information was the snake in the Garden of Eden. I'm talking about the forbidden fruit of the tree of knowledge. "Try it, you'll like it," whispered the snake. To eat it, of course, was always trouble. Not to eat it is not to be fully human. There are two parts to this body of knowledge: what I learned before I was 13 and what I know now. Some of these things I wanted to know. Some of them I did not. As my friend Lucy puts it, now that I am grown up, I sometimes wish I didn't know now what I didn't know then. Sex. I learned that girls are different from boys, that there is a terrifying ecstasy in playing "I'll show you mine if you'll show me yours," and that four-letter words about sex have awesome power. And if you write those words on walls, adults go crazy. Crime. I learned how to take money out of my mother's purse and how to get into and out of places I wasn't supposed to get into and out of, locked cupboards at home and school buildings after hours. And I learned that no matter what my mother said, sometimes you get away with it. You don't always get caught. Furthermore, I learned to lie sometimes if I did get caught, because sometimes they would actually believe me. And if they didn't believe me, I could say, "I didn't know why I did it." Sometimes they believe that. But if the alibi didn't work and they punished me, it wasn't ever really as bad as they said it was going to be. And if I was going to have to suffer the consequences anyhow, I might as well do some things that made it worth the trouble. Remorseful crying afterwards was useful too. It broke their hearts. God, no matter what they say, God is not watching you all the time. On the other hand, if you pray real hard, sometimes God will hear you and even make a deal with you. You may have to be good for a while to get what you want, but if it may be worth it, I almost destroyed my third grade teacher this way. I prayed for her to get sick, and she did, over and over and over. Power may not make right. Power may not make right somehow in the world, but in our neighborhood, the big boys always had the first and last word. I learned that hitting people was sometimes necessary to bring people into line. Didn't my folks hit me? The basic rule is clear. Always hit someone smaller than you. Skills. I learned how to spit between my teeth, how much fun it was to play with matches, how to play poker and cheat to win. I learned how to sneak out of my house, where to get a key duplicated, and how to drive the car up and down the driveway when my folks weren't home. And death. Not only did I discover that things could die, but I could kill them. Bugs, lizards, worms, and mice. Old people died, but since I would never get old, I would never die. What do I know now? For one thing, the last item in the list is false. I did grow up to be old enough to know I too will die. I became one of those parents. My own children have themselves passed through kindergarten in their own back alley education. Though my older son is a man now, only 23 years separates us, and we are both able to talk about our childhoods without total embarrassment. He knows now about the snake. He tells me all of the rotten things he did behind my back when he was a kid, and I tell him all the things I knew he was doing, but that I ignored because I didn't want to deal with the problem, considering what I had done at the same age. Being a parent forces you into a benevolent hypocrisy. Well, that's a good phrase, benevolent hypocrisy. It goes with the job. It is comforting for the two of us to confess to each other. It clears the air between us and makes us people to each other. Here's the tough part of what I know now, that the lessons of kindergarten are hard to practice if they don't apply to you. It's hard to share everything and play fair if you don't have anything to share, and life itself is unjust. I think of the children of this earth who see the world through barbed wire, who live in filthy rubbled mess not of their own making and that they can never clean up. They do not wash their hands before they eat. There is no water or soap, and some do not have hands to wash. They do not know about warm clothes, warm cookies, and cold milk, only stale scraps and hunger. They have no blankie to wrap themselves in, and do not take naps because it's too dangerous to close their eyes. Theirs is not the kindergarten of finger paint and nursery rhymes, but an X-rated school of harsh dalliance. Their teachers are not sweet women who care, but the indifferent instructors called pain, fear, and misery. Like all children everywhere, they tell stories of monsters. Theirs are for real. What they have seen with their own eyes in broad daylight. We do not want to know what they have learned, but we know. And it ain't kindergarten stuff. The line between good and evil, hope and despair, does not divide the world between us and them. It runs down the middle of every one of us. I do not want to talk about what you understand about this world. I want to know what you will do about it. I do not want to know what you hope. I want to know what you will work for. I do not want your sympathy for the needs of humanity. I want your muscle. As the wagon driver said when he came to a long, hard hill, them that's going on with us, get out and push. Thems that ain't, get out of the way. That was a little heavy, folks. I'm sorry about that. But again, he always has a good point to make about learning and being a child and being an adult, and how some children are very unfortunate and some of us are very lucky and such. So I hope you enjoyed that. And Penny is leaving for breakfast. Okay, good morning, Stacy. Is Penny going out for breakfast? Sounds like she may be going out, going to have breakfast. Okay. Well, hopefully we'll see you later. Yes. So Carol and I have been working on the Ava Bohemian Crafting altered paperback book. And I started last week by tearing out the pages. And I was trying to share that link with all you folks last week, and I was not able to do that. And someone in the stream said, well, no, you can't because it's locked. It's a Patreon only. Well, apparently she unlocked it because she does unlock a lot of these videos over time. Maybe there's a time frame. So if you go to my Facebook page, good morning, Ruth, you will see and I'll explain this a little bit. I have included this. There's a picture of this, and she's calling this her altered book pattern. And the reason why she's calling it her pattern is she's sharing with you the order in which she tore out the pages and what she did to those pages. And so she'll tell you, you begin and you fold the couple of pages this way, and then you tear 5 pages out, and then you fold it this way, and then you tear another 5 pages out. You make a divider, and then you tear 10 pages out. Then you do 1 page in gold and such, and you tear 20 pages out. And then you make a string tag pocket and tear out 7 pages. And you keep doing that. And then when you finish this, then you go back and start all over again until the book is done. Now she did, okay, Carol, she gutted a 520 page paperback book. And it's just your average paperback book, you know, like this. I mean, this is a paperback book, and hers was 520 pages, and it was pretty much this kind of age. It was a pretty old paperback book, and she managed to tear this apart. Now, she did put some white surgical tape in some of the areas to support it, but she took out like a stack of paper about that thick. Now, I then was able to share with you, there's 3 links. One is an introduction where she shows you the completed book, and it is amazing. So I really encourage you to watch that video, because it's just amazing to see what she did with a paperback book. I mean, and then there's part 1 and part 2 where she pretty much goes through the whole process of tearing out all of these pages and then embellishing all of these pages. Now, in the Patreon one, she provides a lot of the digi downloads. The public one is you provide your own. Now, when you see her book, and I really hope that you take time to, at least if you're not interested in doing the project, then at least look at the introduction just to see what the finished product looks like. She is filling it with lace and pictures of Victorian ladies and such. And that's kind of the theme or the content of her altered book. Since the book that I altered was a book about trees, it basically screams to me nature. So mine, when it's done, is going to be nature themed. And so that's what I'm doing. And Carol, why don't you tell the folks where your book is headed?
My book is a mix of different things. It started out as let's go back to the back here, as a old fishing book.
I think it's funny.
With advertisements and lures and whatnot. And I just turned it into what I call here, pieces from the past. Perfect. Because as I'm going through different things, I have found so many little odds and ends from 2019 and beyond, from long time ago when I used to do mixed media, and I did a couple of swaps that were in a group. They swapped ephemera, and had people send me happy mail. And so from beyond up until now, I've been adding, as I'm sorting and going through all my past boxes, how you clean something off and you just keep piling everything in a box. Well, going through those boxes at this point, I've been finding lots of little yummy goodness that I've been putting in here. So it's actually a happy mail friend journal is what mine turned into be.
Yeah, a yummy goodness journal.
No longer a fishing book.
No. The fishes are slowly but surely being covered up and forgotten.
Yep.
I don't think there won't be any fishes left when you're done.
No, even the cover will be redone.
Yeah. So. Yeah. That's the other thing. When you go see Ava's, when do you see the cover that she puts on this paperback? It's pretty awesome, isn't it, Carol?
Oh, it's amazing. I can't wait to do that. That's the last thing I'm going to do.
Yeah, me too. Right. Yeah. So, and Carol's book was thinner than mine.
Yeah, it's not very thick at all.
And so she ended up with what, one or two?
2 sections, 2 and a bit. Well, no, 1 and almost 3/4, because I didn't get a second pocket thingy
Okay.
in there. I only got one of these.
One of the pockets, yeah. And look what she did with it. It's gorgeous. And Carol's doing an enormous amount of improvisation, and it's just so awesome, the stuff that she's putting in hers. Mine is pretty much according to the book. It's not that, I'm using traditional stuff and Carol's using non-traditional stuff, because Carol's that kind of non-traditional gal. We all know that. So.
I use whatever I have around.
Right. That's right. That's
There's
right.
no
Mother is the necessity is the mother of invention, or necessity is the mother of art. Right.
Yeah, there's no plan. It's whatever
Yeah.
I'm finding as I'm going through stuff is what's getting put in the book.
Yeah. And here's Miss Becky. Good morning, Becky. Live from Casey, South Carolina. Good morning, Beck.
Morning. Can you hear me?
Yep, we can.
Okay.
We can hear you and we can see you.
All right.
We're just kind of chatting, and Carol was talking about her catch-all book.
Yeah, I just painted my bee while you were reading.
I'm sorry?
I painted my bee while you were reading.
Oh, you painted the bee. Okay. All righty.
My infamous gold paint.
Yes. You've gotten a lot. That's a big jug. That looks like a 16-ouncer? At least 18. At least 8 ounces.
I think it's 8.
Yeah.
I can't read it. I need my magnifying glass. It's so small.
That gold paint that she's using is Speedball, not Speedo, but Speedball.
Anne has a thing with Speedos.
I know.
Yeah, when you live on a beach.
Yeah. You just see, yeah. Anyway. And Becky looks like she's sewing.
Well, this is a thrifted dress that I can't stand the length of, so I'm going to shorten it.
Oh, cool.
There you go. That's great. I actually shortened a pair of pants. On my little sewing machine, it has like a little slit in it, so you can put a pant leg, whatever that's called, so you can get it in there. I actually hemmed a pair of pants, and I'd never done anything like that before. I hand sewed hems, and they were awful because you could see every stitch. I usually use the wrong color thread, so it was pretty obvious. So Carol's going through. You can see what she's done. So you've already got some tags and pockets. Ava's a pocket. She just loves building pockets and flips and flaps.
Then this is a little tuck area.
Yeah, and those are gears.
Yeah, that was off a picture I painted. I cut the picture I did up.
Let me make you big so you can go through and everyone can really see what you've done. Okay, there you go. And then
so this is the initial look of the book. Typical fishing stuff, and this was in a Happy Mail, and it's a double bag pocket. So I put that on there, and I used double-sided tape for a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And little tags and stuff that I collected over the years.
And that fold right there that she's got there is the very first fold that you do in the book. So you can see how that relates.
And I made an extra pocket up here, because this actually says who created the paper, which is really nice. And I love when people do that. When they sign their work, I try to keep their name somewhere visible if it's on it.
Yeah.
And this one was done by Kathleen EH, and this was January of 2019. She did this page.
Oh, wow. Vanessa, yes, I have the links and everything on how to make the book and this pattern. It's all on the Ann Lars Art Hangout, my Facebook page.
If I
Everything
can
there.
do it, you can do it, because this is my first time doing a book like this at all.
Yeah, everything's there, Vanessa. Everything you need to know is there. So I'm sorry, go ahead.
That's all right. This is my Twinchie. This was Happy Mail. This was a paper pad that I got at a dollar store at least 6 years ago, and I found it in one of my boxes. This was a picture that I cut up. That was one of mine, and then I just pasted a clock on it because I thought it was fitting with the saying of the ATC I made. It says, happiness comes from within and is found in the present moment by making peace with the past and looking forward to the future.
Perfect.
So it had stuff to do with time. So
Yeah.
that's why I put the clock there. Plus it gave you your 3 circles. So this was a split page.
And that's like the next thing you do.
This will be the next thing I create, and this will be specimen card pockets.
Yes. We're going to probably make those today.
That's what I'm going to put here. And this was the folder tab. This little sticker came from Nettie.
Okay.
And this came from Allison. Sticker down here.
Okay.
This was a card that was sent to me, and I can't remember by whom because I just kept the front of it.
Right.
And this was in a Happy Mail, and this was an envelope they decorated. So I put stuff in there. This was a Happy Mail. And this was by that same person, Kathleen. She had sent two background papers, which is really cool.
That's beautiful. I love that.
Yeah, I want to try and make some of these. I've got to make some more different types of background papers.
Yeah.
This tag was Happy Mail. Like I said, these gears were a picture that I created. And 6 years ago, I had the gear dies, but not anymore.
Now that page there is this one, right? The
I can't see you.
oh, never mind. I'll show them later.
Well, you could swap back and forth as we go through.
All right, let me just show them so they can see the transformation. That's this page here that Carol made. That's this page. Let me go back to Carol.
So you create a pocket here, and then there's a pocket here, so you can put stuff in, and then it flips up, and you make your little loopy thingy so it stays shut to keep everything in there. And then we move on. And then you've got your triple pockets again.
Mm-hmm. You start all over again. Yeah.
This has a pocket over the side.
Okay. Good morning, Janet.
So
Yeah.
I just used lots of odds and ends from the cutoffs from making everything fit in the book and put in Happy Mail. This was from Allison as well. And some more of her stickers. This is a frog I did in my encyclopedia book. I cut him out and I put him on some tissue.
It looks great there. I love them.
And I stamped my bee. And this was just some random Happy Mail I got. And then back to the split page.
The split page.
I'll put.
You can do specimens there?
Yes. And this is the gold page where you tear out.
Yes, the gold page. Yep.
And then I will cover that over. I'll re-tear another piece and put it on top of this so I can decorate the side. And that's my book.
Isn't that great? I love it.
Now let's sort.
Mine's not as far done because I've got Carol kept on giving. Well, how's your book coming along? Well, And I would say, well,
How far did you get?
yeah, that's right. Yeah, she was brutal. How far did you get? I'm done. I said, well, I've got 5 of those to do, and I'm still making the parts, right? So, but I'm getting there. I'm getting there. You'll
No,
see in the video.
First altered book, though. I've never done an altered
Right.
book before, so that's my first one.
Yeah, that's your excuse, and you're sticking to it. Yeah.
Yeah. So how
No,
far
it's
did you get? Let's see. Let's see.
Yeah. All right. Well, here's that triple fold. That's the very first thing that's on that.
Can't see you, babe.
Oh, thank you. All right then.
You get a little buzzer, and every time
Shot collar. No.
Yes. Well, they're picking on me. It's 2 against 1. I remember that when I was a kid. All right. I'm gonna make myself big then.
All right, go ahead.
All right.
We'll let you.
So this is the first that first with the 3 things, and then later on in the video, this is what she does. She takes a piece of scrapbook paper, folds it here, and I put some stitching in. And then again, she loves, so this becomes a flap, and this is some vintage stuff that I had. And then underneath this, she has, as she would say, a writing spot. And I've decorated it. And so, and I aged, this is from an old steno pad I had. And I used the, that We Are Memory kind of thing that you can punch holes. So I made those holes. So that goes like this and like that. And then again, specimen pages here. And she put envelopes on the pages where their pockets are going to be. So here's the first pocket. And I think I showed you how she made a tab last week. And I end up with 5 tabs. And then I added some stitching, decorative stitching. And then she framed the page in gold. And she describes this pretty well in that sheet. You tear out the page that's in the book, you tear it out, you tear, part of it out, and then you add a different type of paper, like music paper, behind it. And then on the next page, you add this gold foil or gold paint, and then you glue them together. So you end up with this goldish page, so to speak. Oh, Obi's not doing well?
Oh, no.
I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm sorry. That's got to be very stressful. Tom, that we need to help Obi cross over this coming week.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
I'm so sorry. That's so tough.
It is.
Yeah. And just make him as comfortable as you can, right? And love him as much as you can. That's tough. I'm so sorry. And then the next part is the flaps. And I did mine more traditionally as Ava did it. And so there's a pocket here, which you really can't see, but I kind of did some distress stuff. There's a pocket here. And then when you open this up, I happen to have this since I'm using nature. There's a pocket here. And then there's another pocket here.
Oh, Howard.
Now, this type of thing and those tags, these things for me, there'll be 5 of all of this. So as I was making it, I'm making 5 of each one of these. So, and so I had to make 5. So I'm gonna install those now as we're kind of chatting. And Carol, you're gonna do let me make myself. Well, Becky, we need to make you big. Everyone needs to get big.
Oh.
There. Becky's gonna be big and tell us.
Okay. I cut 15.5 inches off the bottom of this dress.
Whoa.
So it's more the same length as the dress I have on.
Okay.
So See, it
Just
looks
below
short.
your knee. Oh, okay. All right. Above your
But
knee.
what I took off here, I cut 2 7-inch pieces, and I'm going to gather it and add it to the bottom as a ruffle.
Oh.
So I have a little cute ruffle on the bottom of this dress. So I
Oh,
got to hem all of this, sew these 2 pieces together, hem it, and then gather it and sew it on.
Oh, that'll be cute.
Yeah, I just never wore that dress because it went down to almost my ankles.
Yeah.
And I
that's
said, you know, I'm
awesome.
gonna fix that.
Yeah. So how wide is your ruffle gonna be?
Well, it's 7 inches
Oh, okay.
minus the hem. So I
Okay.
usually do about a 5/8 inch hem.
Okay. So it
But
would.
these
So
are
once you put the ruffle on, it what'll be just below your knee or right at your knee?
right at my knee.
Okay. That's a nice length. That's a good idea.
And I'm just cutting a seam off. I wanted to mark the top edge so that all the fabric's going in the right direction.
Okay. That's great.
Now the fun part is gathering this huge long strip down to fit that dress.
Yeah, I don't know how you that's you can't like put can you put no that would I'm thinking of putting one continuous line of thread and then pull it and it all puckers up, but I guess it's not that easy.
Well, I put 2 lines, but I do them in little sections
Okay.
so that I'm not trying to draw it the full length.
That makes sense, yeah.
But the first thing I got to do is put these 2 together.
Good morning, Lucretia. I think right, Heavenly Gifted today is Lucretia.
Sounds right.
Okay. Well, like somehow that sounded right to me. I hope that's right, Heavenly Gifted. I think it's Lucretia. Maybe you can nod.
She'll let us know.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to go back to all of us.
Yes, I love a ruffle too, Janet.
You've
And
got
I
to.
just wanted
It's
to-
labor intensive for sure.
Yeah.
So this is again, and then I made a mistake on these pages. I had another page and I had to adjust, but here's another one of those flappies. Like so, like so, like so. And another envelope, another pocket here with the tag. Oh, and I got another one. Oh, I had to alter that because I totally messed up on that. So I've made some, but I have a coffee stain stencil that I kind of made. Let's see how far. I think that's as far. And I've got envelopes that I have to. There's a lot, obviously. And then here's the stuff that goes here. There's a lot to do. And I may leave this because this is just nature, and it's ended up being a nature. Letitia. Ah, okay. Isn't that what did I say? Lucretia? Letitia. I was close. Letitia. Okay. Thanks. I might color these leaves in with some colored pencils because the whole thing is illustrated. And there's some more leaves. And then here's another. Now she makes frames that are a full page frame and with acetate. And in them, she puts these pictures of Victorian ladies. But I'm thinking of, instead of Victorian ladies, I made a frame out of, what do you call this brown paper? Brown paper? No, it's got a name.
What do you call that? Brown paper. Brown
What do you
paper.
call it? Isn't there a name for brown paper?
It's craft
Paper. Is that what it's called? Craft paper?
Craft paper.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay. I just couldn't. So I thought I would make my frame out of the craft paper. And what I did was I stamped it and then I used embossing glaze, Tim Holtz embossing glaze on the side to kind of decorate it. So I'm still thinking whether I want to do that. And then I would put if I can find it, I sound like I'm Canadian.
Eh? I don't say a.
No, but you're not Canadian.
Not totally. Legally.
Legally. And I would put a bird in my, and then I would decorate the back of that. And then that gets glued. And then the way she's got it, she's got like a little flap here. So that would get glued on a page like so. Right. And then there'd be something behind it because she's forever hiding stuff. And there's always stuff behind stuff. Good morning, Brenda. Hi, Kelly. Good morning, Kelly. So this would kind of look like that. So that's in the prototype, thinking whether I want to do that. But I also want to do those. I want to try. She made specimen cards using just packing tape, which I thought was kind of cool. And I was just going to use the little tiny miniature little ephemera, the little butterflies or whatever or make a stamp, do an insect and put it in, make a frame, and then make a pretend a slide type of thing. Now you're going to do that, Carol? Is that you're going to try that?
Yes.
Okay. So, but again, I was able to share all of the videos, and I think Janet USA was kind enough. She's put the link into my Facebook page. And so there should be 3 links. And I do believe they say intro and then part 1, part 2. And there's a picture of the altered book pattern also. So everything you need to know if you want to attempt this is there. Again, it's pretty involved, but you have it. And, it just, it might be something you want to just try on a rainy day. You just have to go find yourself a cheap paperback. At my Goodwill, those type of paperbacks are 25 cents. They're a quarter. So, and give it a try. And then scrap paper. I have a scrap paper pad, a Timmy paper pad collection that I bought a while ago. And I've never used it. So that's kind of the paper that I'm using. And this is from Johnny. Junk Journal Johnny. I bought something from her, and it was put in this envelope that's beautifully aged. So I've taken that apart and I'm using bits and pieces of that. So, well, that's about it. And if you guys have any questions or you got your thumb up. Thank you. Thank you, Letitia. Thumbs up are great. Always, always. And I'm so glad that all of you were here. And I saw some of you hi, Jean. Some of you over at Maddie's auction yesterday. And I kind of got in a little bit of trouble. But
she had fun.
I did. I might have to go over there and volunteer to wash dishes or something to pay off my bill. Oh, the other thing I did, and maybe, do you think people would like to see that technique? This technique?
Sure. Show it.
This is yes, it was fun. This is a technique that I watched some guy on YouTube, and it's really cool. And you make your own fake vintage pages. These are all made, and I'm gonna glue these in too. This is obviously, I had some rose stamps. These are herbs and birds and such. And let me do that real quick because I have a blank piece of coffee dyed paper. The coffee dyed paper I did not make because I don't make coffee dyed paper because I'm lazy. I will admit it. It's just a lot. It's labor intensive. I made it once, and I basically said, never again. I will buy it. So I bought that from Amy, and I can't think of her last name, but I think she is like the paper dyeing person that everyone, Oh, the size of my book? Yeah, this is like what they call a trade book, and it's a little bit bigger than a regular paperback. She did a regular paperback. It is 8.5 by 5.5 ish. Yeah. So it's a little bit bigger. And my book was only 350-ish pages, and Ava's book was 520 pages. So that altered book pattern thing that picture that I shared out to you folks is based on her book of about 520 pages. So I altered it a little bit towards the end. I tore out less pages, and what Carol did, she just tore out the pages that she could that she had in her book, and then just stopped when she ran out of pages and just proceeded that way. But Carol's got one of each of those elements, right? Carol, you've got at least one of those elements in each of yours. You've got the split page, you've got the triple thing, you've got the tag, you've got at least one of each.
I have almost two of each, except for that lift up pocket.
Right. Okay. All right. That's what I thought.
And I just have the pocket on the back.
So you take a piece of coffee dyed paper, or any kind of paper, I guess. Take a Post-it note. And I have to go back and find this gentleman, and he liked. I remembered her name yesterday. Now I can't remember. Holder. Edith Holden. Yeah. He saw some of her pages, the way she'd have an illustration and then writing. So he tried to replicate that. So this is how he replicated. He took a Post-it note and kind of stuck it in 3 places. I mean, you could stick it wherever you wanted, but this is what he did. So I'm just going to show you how this works, because and he did a lot of embellishments on his pages. And you could make one, as you saw, I made one on just butterflies, and one on beetle bugs, and one on herbs, because those are the stamps I had. All right, so the trickiest part of this, you have to have a piece of script stamp. All right.
You can make yourself bigger to show.
Oh,
okay.
Or
you know how you have the big one and the 2 little ones off to the side?
Oh, yeah.
That would work.
Are you off to the side or not? No.
Not yet.
I got it.
There you are.
Yay. Thank you. Okay. I'm going to ink this up. And because the Post-its act as a mask. So I'll just go like so. Press it down. It doesn't have to be 2. All right. And then let's see. Now, when you're doing this, you don't want to overlap. So try not to overlap the script. So I'm just going to kind of put that up to that. And it doesn't matter if it gets on the Post-it, because when you pull up the Post-it, that's going to be a blank. It'll be a blank area. Okay. So you can see now this will be a little tricky, but just have to be a little careful. And it does, you can, if you wanted to, you could put it upside down because no one's really going to be reading this text. And if they're prone to read the text, then I feel sorry for them if they feel that they have to read the text. So I'm going to try to put it right here, and I don't want to really get it near that. I want it to make it look like, it's like a real, stick that there. So see, I hope I'm making myself clear. And I will put some text there. And try not to hold that up like that. Little there. Need a little wee bit over here. Stick this here. Like that.
If you do use watercolor in your book, keep it away from the spine.
Yeah, that's good advice. Yeah, because that's a pretty compromised spine.
Yeah, well, not only that, the glues, and I can show you, even though it's a special binding glue, it still can be water soluble.
Mm-hmm.
It's book binding, but it cleans up. If it cleans up with water, it's going to dissolve.
Good advice. I'm going to try to get a little in here without touching the other text. There, okay. So now I have this pretty much stamped off. Now I'm going to pull these up. And stamp inside that. And let's see. Keeping with the nature theme. I mean, you could do postage stamps, which would be cool. If you had some postage stamps, you could put, a couple of postage stamps. Those are my roses. Let's do some more herbs. Okay. I can get in it. Oh, you have to leave, Letitia. Well, have a lovely day. Thank you so much for stopping in. It was great seeing you. Thank you. Thank you so much. You don't want a stamp that's going to fill that hole. You don't want anything too big. And maybe I'll stick this in here and then maybe stamp like a little bumblebee up here because that's a little bit too small. Stick this here. Maybe with a little bumblebee or with a little ant. Yeah, something like that. So, let's see. I got really carried away doing this the other day. Oh, what are you doing in? And he really did a lot of embellishments. And he got out his colored pencils and he colored them in a little bit. It was really cool what he did. Let's see. Stick it here. And then it almost looks like he was talking about, he was kind of like doing kind of what like Rosemary was doing. And he was like, and he not aware, But he was saying it'd be like a journal, just picture somebody, walking through the woods and sketching little things and then writing about them. And that's what this kind of replicates. So this kind of gives you some vintagey type of. Everyone's doing vintage pages. A lot of them they're doing it with wax, and I don't want to attempt the wax. How many of you have attempted rubbing the wax? Hi, Pam. Good morning. Goodbye, Kelly. If I missed you, have a good day. Someone's giving you, make sure you hem the bottom before the gathering.
That's what I'm heading to.
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to get the right width of what I need because I didn't need to do two full rounds around. So I've cut this much more off because I only want 1.5 times the width. Because if I get too much, then I'll have a ruffle that sticks out.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So that's
So you want a subtle ruffle, not a
poke your eye out ruffle. I'm going to turn my mic off and go stitch this seam real quick.
Okay, all righty. I'm going to see if I can't. I have a little bumblebee thing somewhere. Let's see. Oh, there it is. I looked, to find little wee stamps. And I found this really pretty cool set that had like all of these herbs, and there was about, I don't know, seems like a whole bunch of little steps. So I've got a little bumblebee, so we'll stick a little bumblebee over here to fill that area, and so it's not so naked because I have the bumble. I almost did it upside down, Janet. Ooh, I didn't though. He's just flying straight up. Janet and I have an ongoing thing about upside down and backwards. That seems to be my nemesis. I actually did it yesterday when I was putting one of those pages in the book. Carol, I put it in upside down, but fortunately I was using double-side tape, which is disastrous, but I hadn't done the final push on it. So I was able to pull it up without too much damage. Let's see. I thought I had a little, little ant would be, I'll stick a little ant there. It's not really in proportion, but that's okay. It'll be a monster ant. You gonna stick to that? There you are. Let's see. No, oh, you little. No, I'll just stick you here. Okay. Yeah. Oh, I know what I can put there. And then I have those, I don't know what to do with them. Yeah. Don't mind me. I'm just talking to myself. How many of you mumble and talk to yourself while you're crafting?
All the time. Best advice ever.
Yep, me too.
Oh, did I just do something stupid? I did.
Oh, no.
No, I'm good.
You good? Okay. All right.
I just used Yes Paste to paste down one of the mushrooms that Becky sent on.
Yay! Carol's becoming a yes addict.
Why good for this is that you stamp these on, but I used the Yes Paste to put it down with my finger And it's,
That's okay. That's, folks, did you hear that? Did you hear? How many of you ever, I mean, Carol has come up with an ingenious, interesting way, I think, of applying S-paste. She's using her finger.
it melts it. It's
I have to try it.
so
I
much easier.
That's what she's, I don't know. I think it's awesome.
And it doesn't leave a residue. You just wipe your finger off and there's nothing to peel off or anything. And it doesn't get like matte medium.
Well, I did it, Janet. There's our official upside down. All right. I thought for sure I had it right side. That's
And
okay.
now I'm watercoloring on top of that.
Janet said her house smelled like grandma's sugar cookies because she used wax melt.
Oh, wait a minute. Day I made wax papers. My house smelled like grandma's sugar cookies. I used wax melts that were infused with sugar cookie smell. Is that what she's
Can you
saying?
imagine a vanilla wax melt on your paper?
Ooh, now that would be fine. I mean, I like the paper that smells like a little bit of coffee. I don't mind that. I tried doing the vegetable oil to make the paper, translucent, but it was, and even though I let it dry for like over a month, it still had an oily residue. So there you go. There's a faux vintagey page. And
Looks beautiful.
and it's not that hard to do.
That's pretty cool.
And you can stick that in any journal or whatever. Yeah, I had a lot of fun. And of course, again, as I said earlier, if you I've got a whole bunch of stamps. I buy stamps. You can buy used stamps for, it would be cool if you did that and just did stamps. I had one of these books that I got at a Defy auction. It's a stamp book to put stamps in, and I've literally filled it, and it's just so pretty to look at. But and then I have a tin of stamps. But I think that's fun to look. I always forget to use these though. I got some. That would be a thing to do. It's just to make a list of all of this stuff that you have and where they are. And then when you start to craft, or you sit down and you start to do a mixed media page, check that list and say, okay, did you use any stamps? Did you use any stencils? Because for me at least, I would need to be reminded to go get those things, because I always forget. And let's see. Let's put a coffee stain on this one since I have it. We'll make a small coffee stain. And I made this stencil. Which makes the best, if you want the free acetate, is if you buy, that designer lettuce that come in those plastic tubs. The lids of those are beautiful. There. A bit of a coffee stain. Let's do that there. Okay. Now it's done.
Or a big book with lots of sections in it, Vanessa.
Yes.
Each section could be something different. I think that's what Ian's doing. She has butterflies on one section. She's got other section.
Yep. Yeah, I've got herbs. The only thing I don't have any mushroom stamps, but I have little mushroom, little mushroom, you know what I mean? Mushroom picture, ephemera, is that what you call? I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean. Little pictures of it. Oh, and there's Shannon's video. She has Joey's link in the description box. I love Joey.
The waxed paper.
Now, I pronounce her Joey, but everyone calls her Joey. I guess is it Joey or Joey?
I don't know if it's Joey. Joy.
Joy.
And Lisa says joie de vie.
Yeah, it's what I say. That's when I first heard joie de vivre.
But she had told me to just say Joey.
Joey. Okay. I thought I couldn't remember who had said that she had said to call her Joey. So it was you that she said just call her Joey.
Yeah.
She's another one I love. She always has the directions, all typed out for you. And she holds them up, long enough for you to take a screenshot. And she does some beautiful stuff too. I've learned a lot. Well, she's the one I made the faux rice paper with. I learned that technique of making fake rice paper.
Well, I like how she makes up pockets and things ahead of time, so she just has to grab them and pop them in.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
But she has a definite theme, and I'm all over the place. So.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. When she's doing something, you're right. This is what we're doing, and that's pretty much how it goes. Okay. So now I've got another one of these pages. I just wanted to show you that technique because I thought it's simple and fun to do it. And the possibilities are endless.
There you go.
And then you look, even these little pieces of Post-it you can stick. Well, at least that one you could reuse. All righty. Take a sip of my big mug of coffee here.
I thought we made these hedgehogs together a while back. I was pretty sure we had, but I can't find which video it is.
Is that the hedgehog oh no, that's a stone hedgehog. Here, let me make us all the same size now.
It's a pin cushion.
Oh, okay. All right.
But we did these on a Sewing Tuesday several years back. I was certain, but I can't figure out which one because Janet Nash was asking about him.
No.
And it has the link to the pattern that I found on Pinterest and everything.
Yeah, it is French Vanessa. Oh, that's so cute, though. Look at that.
He don't look like a hedgehog until you jab pins in him.
But he's so cute. And he definitely looks like a hedgehog, that's for sure.
Ruth says she remembers it.
Okay. Oh, stop.
The width of my thumb is 5/8 of an inch, my thumbnail. So that's how I can just go around and just put my thumb down and then put a pin in. And then I'll go around.
That's clever. Yeah, why not use a body part as a,
Yeah, it's something you're going to put right against the fabric.
Right.
Measure
And
your
you're not going to lose it. Hopefully you're not going to lose it. I don't know what you
Only done that once in my lifetime. That hurt.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm going to glue in the next one of these. I forgot. Don't you even think about it. You stay there. I'm looking at my cat. She's now jumped on the back of the chair and she's looking at the craft table. And it's amazing. Cats are amazing. They can jump onto something and walk through a maze of stuff and never knock anything over, unless they want to, that is.
True.
Yeah, I don't know. Let me see if I can put my camera up. You can see where she is. Let's see.
Oh, poor Obi.
There she is here.
She said, I'm just watching. Just watching.
Most times she has both legs just hanging over the side of the chair.
Hi, Lily.
They're talking to you. Yeah. There she is.
I put Bernadette outside on her own this morning because it was cool. In a
Yeah.
little bit, I'll go bring her in. She's thoroughly enjoying being in the cool.
But she hasn't had any other
No, hasn't had another
incident.
whatever that was. Yeah.
Whatever that was. Yeah. The poor thing. That would have terrified me. You must have been terrified.
I was. I scooped her up and brought her in the cool as quick as I could. Luckily, she's not like 100-pound dog. That would be
Right. Yeah, for everybody that doesn't know, Becky's little Bernadette just happened to have a seizure.
Yeah.
And Becky happened to just be there at the time to witness it. I mean, you could have missed that.
Yeah. All right. Now I get to go around again and turn this in.
Okay, so this little pocket is actually made out of a half a page of the book with a little gusset. So that gets glued here. And again, the stitching is just for
It's faux.
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 And I'm using I'm using my my glitter glue that I got and came with this little applicator, which is really handy for little. I've never used glitter glue before, but I am going to try to put Yes Pace on with my fingers. I am, because that intrigues me.
For those that don't have a specimen die or don't want it square, this is the only circle punch I own. I did
That looks great, though.
I did 2 up this way overlapping, and then I did the edges because I want to put the dragonfly in there, and it wasn't big enough.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to put the tape on the napkin.
Wait a minute. I'm going to make you big so we can see this.
So I'm going to enough. So I'm going to put the tape on the napkin, and then I'm going to put it on the back of this, and then I'm just going to put this on there like that and have the back show through.
Oh, that's perfect.
So this is my style specimen card.
That's great. That's just amazing.
The circles that came out, they look like little moons.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
In the corner, and I put the whole one here because of the background already being a black,
Yeah.
grayish color.
That is ingenious. That is just so.
And then it brings the black from this page into this page a little bit more.
Yes.
And it's all buggy because of the bees.
That's great. It looks awesome.
So that's what I'm going to do next.
That's very cool. Very, very cool. Again, you're doing it and using what you've got.
Yes.
And
this is Happy Mail. The napkin's a Happy Mail from Becky.
Okay.
So I'm going to find a dragonfly that fits.
That's awesome. Okay, I'm going to put grommets. Have to get my crocodile or crocodile or whatever it's called. I thought it was called the crocodile. Of course I would.
Well, down there, yes.
Yes, right. It made sense to me. No crocodiles, alligators. And I guess the difference is, I used to know the difference. Maybe someone in the stream knows the difference between an alligator and a crocodile. I think one has to do with dry land and one has to do with swampy land.
They both bite.
Yeah, they both bite. They'll both make dinner out of you for sure. Lily, I'm sorry. You're just gonna have to starve.
Poor thing.
Yeah, they do a little bit. Gail saying you guys sound similar.
I'm all stuffed up today.
Oh, Gail's allergies kicked in cleaning at her dad's.
Oh, that's. Oh, you stop it. Now she's in the chair with me. No.
Paint girly Lori says they're spelled different. That's the difference.
Ha ha ha. I don't know whether that's quite. Sounds good. This. So when you're full of. Oh, this is the other thing. Oh, you big. She's good. You know, she's going to win this argument. You know that, right? Everybody in this stream knows it. Lily's going to win this battle. Ow. You stepped on me. Her back claws need cutting so bad. And I just don't want to go to the vet because I can't do it. All right. And I'd never seen this. I mean, I'd never seen anybody do this before, but I'm sure many of you had. She puts the string in the hole, then puts the grommet, and then squishes it. So the string gets squished in the grommet.
Oh.
Oh, you have? Okay, it's pretty cool. And then it's not going anywhere, you know? So you kind of just squish that all in there. Okay. Let's see how strong I'm feeling today. Okay. So now you see the string is attached inside the grommet, just like that.
So it won't come out.
Yeah. There. I was happy with that. Now, this clicks under this. Like so. This goes here. And this goes here, under here, like so. And then I'm going to stick this here. I guess it goes that way because I have a little, there you go. This goes under here like so. And then I'm going to stick this here. Well, I guess it goes like that. I had it right the first time. So this is going to go here like so. I'll get it right eventually. And now it's the other way was upside down. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. So this goes like so. And you kind of line that up so it's kind of even with that, this one here. That looks pretty good. So I will mark that with a pencil. I'll punch a hole.
Hi, Dad.
Hi, Dad. We are all diligently working. Oh, there it is.
And what's Deb going to do this afternoon?
Yeah. Oh, that's another thing yesterday afternoon when I was running around. Oh yeah, that's not very appetizing, is it, Janet? When she said there was vultures watching. Those are turkey vultures, and they are the most grossest, biggest, disgusting birds. They're huge. Nothing like having lunch with those things staring down at you.
What really creeps me out is when they're on a dead tree and they got their wings all out.
Oh, they're drying they're drying themselves.
Yeah, it just creeps me out.
Yeah. There. So yep, they're great just watching. And then she always takes her finger around and goes like so, just to open that so the string will go around it. Like so.
Ow.
Yeah. All right. And this goes up here, so we'll have all these pockets again. So, oh dear. Gail said we've had days when I've counted up to 50 of them on just a couple of trees by my house. Ugh. 50 of them. God. We usually see them, eating the roadkill.
Yeah.
Do you have a lot of skunks where you are?
I don't. Down here, we don't have very many. But when we were in upstate South Carolina, there's a county called Pickens County, and they called that Pickens County perfume because everywhere you went, you smelled skunks.
Uh-huh.
Which is unfortunate because Pickens County is beautiful.
But it just stinks like a skunk, huh?
It smells like skunk everywhere you go.
We had a lot of skunks when I lived in southwestern upstate New York. And you could, and you knew when obviously when one was hit, that smell would just,
Well, up in Greenville, one time Scott was in the garage and a mother skunk came across past the basement door where I'd go in to do laundry. And she had a bunch of little skunks with her. And he said the whole time she was going, beep, 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 boop, 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 beep, boop, 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 boop. And then one was not behave, and she ran back and snatched him and going in the right direction. And he was trying to get my attention without startling them because he didn't want them to spray. So he called me. He said, you got to come out. There's a skunk out here. And we got to watch them walk down the road. They were so cute. Stinky, but cute.
Well, I guess people have them as pets and have them de-skunked. They have that gland removed.
Yeah.
But I don't think you should do that. I don't think people should take
wild animals are meant to be wild in my book. I don't agree with owning a wild animal.
Yeah, and that's Skunk doesn't need to be in a cage. You know what I mean? I mean, I know we have hamsters and guinea pigs in cages, and rats, but. So now I have a pocket on top of this. And I think I'll use double-sided tape to put this down at the top of the flap of that. We're getting there, folks. We're getting there. Uh-oh.
Oh, my leg's gone to sleep. Oh. Whew. You guys just don't know how frustrated I was last night when that little tail of that orange came up and met me, and I looked in the box and there was no more orange. And every day that's left in this month is in that temperature range. So I was like,
oh, is that what happened? Oh no,
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. You ran out of.
Yep, ran out of
Oh.
pumpkin.
Oh wow, so
So-
close.
I said, do I order 2? And then I got on the website and I was like, no, I better order 3. I'd rather have an extra than not have enough. I want to get this finished. So I got to go to Michael's today and pick that up. And they wouldn't let me use the coupon again. I was so frustrated. It was like, it's a different order. Let me use the coupon. But I guess you're only allowed to use that once a month where you get the 20% off. And then you go pick it up, you get 20% off. Because I figure that covers my gas to get over there.
Yeah, 40%. That's a chunk of discount.
Yeah, 20.
Oh,
20%.
okay. I thought you got 20 twice.
No, they won't let me use it.
Oh, yeah, they won't let you. Oh, yeah.
They said you can't use it at this time. I was like, why not?
Yeah. Tell me why. Huh?
Yeah.
Okay, Mitzi said a neighbor had a skunk and used to walk it with its on a leash, and its name was Petunia.
Oh, gee.
Gee.
Wasn't that the name of the skunk in Bambi? Wasn't that Petunia?
Yeah.
Here's my specimen card.
Let me make you big.
Oh, pretty.
Oh, wow.
You can see.
Oh, that looks so great. That is so cool. And that's just with the packing tape. Yep. That looks like, oh, I love it. That is great.
Very cool.
Excellent. Oh, Ruth's saying Flower wasn't. Oh, maybe it was Flower.
Oh,
There was
yeah.
a skunk named, maybe there was a skunk named Petunia. Was that in the Pepe Le Pew? Remember him, Pepe Le Pew? The skunk?
Maybe that was the cat in there. He kept thinking was a skunk.
Yes. That came out really perfect. Yep. You got the black. You got the little bumblebee. Yeah, I like the way that came out. Perfect. Oh, yeah. That way. That way. I think the other way. Up. Or at an angle. I think it looks good facing away from the frog. I don't know.
You're just hoping he'll get away from the frog.
Yes, because the frog's thinking, that's dessert. That's why he's got that smile on his face. I said to Carol the other day that frog's got the look on his face. He looks like the cat that ate the canary. This is the frog that ate the dragonfly. Or looks like he ate the dragonfly. Yeah, that looks really good. Carol's muted herself, so she's sign languaging.
Oh, crap. It's because of that one.
Ah. Oh, okay.
All right, so I just took my hole punch and I punched 4 holes in so it would fit the dragonfly. And that's my bee stamp that I carved.
Yep. Came out great.
Fit them in.
That's a great bee stamp too. You did a nice job with that.
detailed enough, but not overly done.
Yeah. It's definitely recognizable as a bee, that's for sure. No one's gonna.
And then I was rooting through my other stuff, and I come across my Glossy Accents, which is, oh my goodness, ancient.
Yeah, but it doesn't go bad because I have some Glossy Accents. It's at least 3 or
So what
4
I think
years old.
cool is just to add for the wings,
Oh, okay.
make his wings sparkle. It'll make them 3D.
Yeah.
I
That
used this.
stuff is self-leveling too, isn't it?
Yeah, I used this for my reborn dolls that I used to make. I would put it on their lips and their eyes as dew.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So that's how many years ago? 13, 14, 15 years old this might be.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
That's how long ago I made reborn dolls. I made lots of dolls way back when. Cloth dolls, clay dolls, reborn dolls.
I'm afraid to ask what a reborn doll is.
They look like real babies.
They look like real babies. You paint the vinyl to give their skin tones, and you paint it to look real, and then you give them their hair, and you have to put the hair in basically one strand at a time.
Oh, no.
Oh, it takes hours. It's a process. And then I used a heat set paint, so you had to, once you painted your reborn limbs and face and everything, you had to bake it. And
Oh,
let's
gosh.
just say I've melted a few. But
Talk
they
about
were,
labor intensive.
yes, they are. That's why they're so expensive. The kits start off at $16. And then till you're done painting it, they go for over 200 and up.
Yeah, I
And you're
watched
doing
a lady on YouTube that when she got one done, she would go to the grocery store and she would just sell them walking around,
Yeah.
holding it and everything because
I
it
gave
looked like
mine
a real
to my
baby.
grandkids. My grandkids had them. I have
That's-
pictures on my Facebook page of the dolls that I've created.
I never heard of them because I'm not a doll person, so I would not have been in the
I never
know.
made them. I've sold them. So
Yeah.
Let me write that down, Janet, and I'll go looking for it. So that was a while ago, 2018.
Yeah.
so
Yeah, when
now
you say 20, whatever, 20, whatever, you think it's recent, but really 2018 is 4 years ago. We just don't think of it as being that long ago because it still has.
so
2000.
these specimen cards, Anne, did she attach it down permanently, or did she make a pocket out of it, or what did she do with
Well, the
it?
specimen cards was something separate. I was just telling you how she made this. That was a separate video. It wasn't.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't.
On
It
there.
wasn't part of this. So you can do it any way you want. You could.
I'm gonna put it all down. What would you do?
Well, I would put it down on 3 sides, and then you could have a little pocket.
Coming out the top.
Yeah, it would have to be the top, but maybe it'd be like a little card with information about the dragonfly or something.
And I found another roll, but a very thin roll of.
The double-sided tape.
Yeah, this is my last roll. Oh well.
Well,
This is I don't want to use like glue to put down pockets because
yeah, no, the double-sided tape is the best because the pocket will get somewhere.
well it still has lots of pockets left in it.
Yeah. And there's always yes glue in your finger.
Well, no, I don't like gluing down pockets. I just think the glue takes too long to dry and then
Yeah.
gets.
I do both because sometimes when you use the tape, when you put something in the pocket, it'll get stuck in the tape.
Yeah.
I put the tape around and then I put just a little fine bit of glue next to the edge of the tape that be, by the pocket.
Yeah, that makes sense. All righty. Almost done with this.
I just put my hand in the Glossy Accents. How
Well, now your hands will be aglow.
probably wasn't a good thing to do at this moment.
You will be aglow. All right.
I gotta know how much farther I gotta go. I'm gonna put a clip there so I can see. Give myself hope.
I hope. Well, how far is Michael's?
It's about 10 minutes from me. I just have to go across the bridge and into Columbia.
Okay.
It's closer than the one I worked at because this is a newer Michael's because I don't go to the one I used to work at. Although that was funny running into my coworkers from Michael's at the Goodwill.
Yeah, like you told. I thought that was cool.
Funny.
Almost kind of feel like traders shopping at Goodwill and not Michael's.
Oh, well, was setting her youngest is moving out and she was getting stuff for her to decorate her first place. So.
All right. Got another one done. Let's see. Her pocket opens. Pocket and pocket comes down.
Uh-oh, we can't see you.
We can't.
I'm sorry.
Buzz.
I'm so bad. All right, here's another one. I can't. All right. So here it opens. And I've got a pocket here and a pocket here. This flap closes. The string goes around and ta-da. That's number 2.
Oh, hello, Teresa. I didn't see you come in.
Oh, good morning, Teresa. Nice to see you. Things get stuck to it. Yeah. I found some really old double-sided tape that I know I must have, because it's so thin, it's score tape, and look how thin that is. I think that's 1/8 inch.
Yeah, that's what this one is.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Or 1/8 or 1/4.
I think it's an 1/8. I could be wrong, but it's pretty skinny. And this is actually lost its stickum. It's not that.
Yeah, this is an 1/8.
It's not quite as sticky. Yeah, it's an 1/8. Maybe not. 1, 2, 3. No, it's a 1/4. Thanks, Deb. This. All righty. See, something like that. I'm thinking I might paint that, with watercolor and keep that and just leave that as
A regular page. Or can you frame it?
That's even a better idea.
With your craft paper.
With my what?
Your craft paper. To keep your frames.
Ooh, yeah. I could. And then I could make it so I could cover up.
It'll look like a specimen page almost.
Yeah. Let's see. I mean, I could cut it, you know, I could make the frame. So it would, but that would look cool. Brilliant. Thank you. I will do that. And I'll just cut that square out so it'll accommodate that. And then I can decorate it with the embossing powder, because I kind of like that. Yeah, thank you. I can make another one of these. Or I could frame it with a piece of Timmy stuff, because on the back side of this set is nice stuff like this. That would be
Hi,
cool.
Nettie.
Hi, Nettie. There's my partner in crime. She was over there buying stuff up, and she won a couple of those things, which I don't really quite understand that game. But Nettie won twice. I get the email, and I can't figure out. And I can't figure out which of those words are the passwords. So Nettie won two of those, right?
That's cool.
And then I think Nettie was there when she saw me go crazy for the Bauhaus. Everything that was Bauhaus. I bought everything except the moles. I got a little carried away. But I'm thinking this is going to be an Alice in Wonderland journal, like on steroids. Oh, you sent one? I sent one to you. Oh, thank you, Nettie. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that auction so much yesterday. I really, really did. Really, yeah, it was a lot of fun. Yep.
Thank you, Teresa. It's a part off a thrifted dress. I'm shortening it and adding a ruffle to the bottom of the dress.
You know, that ruffle looks so sweet at the bottom of that dress.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of a flamenco dancer. Because they always have ruffles at the bottom of their dresses.
Yeah, they do.
All you need is some of those black dancing shoes with the straps across them so they don't fall off.
That will never happen because I can't walk in anything above.
No, I know. I'm only kidding. I can't walk in a pair of heels either, but it's just the image. And then we'll have to get Scott in a well, so now that he's lost weight, he could have the whole, you know, with the cummerbund thing and the hat.
Yeah.
Give him a pair of castanets, and you're all set to go. I want to roll a stamp watching, but I have two, so I send it to you. Oh, that's sweet. Thank you, Nettie. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, I won. I think I won some washi tape too, and then I almost won. Were you there when I almost won a second time, but she counted wrong? So it went to somebody else.
Oh,
Mary Jane's shoes, yes. All righty. I like that idea of doing that framey thing. I definitely am going to do that, Carol. That was a very, very good idea. Idea, as they would say. Idea. All right. Okay. So, and I think that's where she puts the those framed pictures, but I was thinking of putting one of these. Yes, I know, Nettie, because you had congratulated me, and then they had taken my prize away. I had it, and then I didn't have it. Yeah, that looks good there, doesn't it?
Janet found the pin cushion.
Oh, good.
Thank you, Janet.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's the link to watch the video that you made the pin cushion.
Yeah.
Oh, great. Yeah, I can't cut that down anymore. I could put that there. Ooh, I could do this because there's roses there. See, I'm now starting to think like Carol. See, there's a rose over here, so this is the roses, so that would make sense if I glued the rose page over here.
There you go.
Yeah. I just don't, I need to really make a conscious effort to think that way. And that's why my pieces don't look very coordinated, because I don't match colors. And Becky is another one that has taught me that a lot and mentions that a lot. And it's just basic art 101, but I just, for some reason, it just doesn't compute. Okay. Take out my rosemary scissors. I couldn't resist having a pair of these. But they're heavy, and these are hard to hold. I don't know how. Her hands bother her, which she says they do. I don't know how she can cut with these. I get the flyers from Harbor Freight all the time, but it doesn't, on the flyer, it doesn't have an address.
Oh.
I mean, I guess I'd have to go online, but that drives me crazy. There's no address on the flyer that they send out because so I finally figured out where the closest one was, and it's not close. Because I used to love just going in. Harbor Freight is like I don't know, like a hardware store on steroids. Because nothing's better than an old-fashioned hardware store. Do you think I should? Oh dear, your back has been out since our live chat on Thursday. Oh, Nettie, that's horrible.
Oh, no.
Sorry. That's miserable. Yes, thank you, Teresa. Yeah, thumbs up would be great, folks. That would be super. Love me some thumbs up. We have HF all over the place. Oh, Harbor Freight. I was saying, what the heck is HF? Saying, what is that? Hall of Fame? I'm thinking, no, not Hall of Fame. Harbor Freight. I figured it out. Should I, what do you think? Should I go around the corner and kind of put ink all around this and blend it in, or just leave the natural? Do you know? Do this.
Yeah, I'd edge it.
Yeah, okay. I'm thinking. Okay.
Because it's so light.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say it would match that other page better if it had a little darkness on the edge.
Yes, because here, yeah. All righty. That makes sense to me. Vintage photo. All right. Let's stick this over here. All right. Alrighty. Oh, Lily. Starving Lily. Starving kitties from Armenia. Used to get that, starving children from Armenia. You know, eat your peas. But I wanted. But they're starving children in Armenia.
Could you just send it there, please?
Yeah, right. Could you just send it to me? Yeah,
All
I'd be
right,
glad
I'm
to-
going to turn my mic off and go over to the sewing machine and sew this thing. I'll be back.
All right. I'll be back from ruffling. We always got that. There was always the starving kids from Armenia. Had no idea where Armenia was, nor did I have any idea what it meant to starve, that's for sure.
There's my 2 specimens.
So let me make you big. Let me make you big. Big, 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 big. Oh, they came out. Oh, I love the spider. That is awesome. That is really a good idea. That is really very cool. Hi, Kathy.
I forgot to put the white behind here after I put it on. It's like, oh well.
It's okay.
You actually can see just a tiny bit of the lettering showing through.
Yeah. But I would never thought of doing a spider, with the web, in a, because you wouldn't normally have that, but it looks so cool, with the black.
Yeah, well, I don't do normal. You know that.
I know. I know. Normal is pretty boring. That always reminds me of the scene from Young Frankenstein when he gets the brain and he finally says, well, its name was Abby Normal. Abby Normal. Got the abnormal brain.
Well, I'm just going to wipe off this that I put on there so it doesn't stick. Glossy Accents.
So Carol, you are Abby Normal.
Yeah, there you go. So there. That's cool.
Awesome. That's a wonderful looking page. Actually, 2 little split pages.
So a little accent to give it a little bit of a shine. I'll take white and go around just to give it a little glow.
Oh, okay. You're going to use this a white gel pen?
I don't know if any of my white gel pens work. I have a crystal jelly roll. This is what I found in my boxes.
Oh, okay.
I have some white pens, but I think it would be too bright.
Yeah. Do you have a glimmer?
Oh, I got a Wink of Stella in here. I wonder if that works yet. I haven't tested anything. I've just been going through and...
You've just been finding stuff.
Yeah. Like
I have a Jelly Roll glimmer pen that Barb Owen used, and it's
dry.
It's glimmery, I guess.
So, let's see if this works. Oh, look at that. We got sparkle.
Ooh, okay. Houston, we have sparkle.
That's sparkle. It's a Jelly Roll glitter pen.
Is that a glitter glimmer pen? Or?
It's got the little star on it. I don't know.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Oh, I'm gonna just... Oh, stop. You can wait 6 minutes. No, I can't. I can't wait 6 minutes.
There you can see it.
Oh, yeah, that's perfect, though. It's very subtle. I like that.
And I'll put some on his little wings. Little glitter of it.
Yeah.
It shines a little bit. And this stuff also needs to dry.
Yeah. You'll have coordinated glittering.
Yeah.
It's very cool.
So that's similar of what I'm going to do. Now this was my this is my back ones because I didn't have anything on that, but I still have this side to do. So
Oh, I haven't seen that page before.
I just did it.
Oh, well, I missed it. I wasn't paying attention. I was down.
I did this while you were highlighted. This is the mushrooms.
Yeah, that looks awesome on the black. I love that.
And then I used Yes Paste on the back. It's like a like almost like a rice paper tissue
Okay, all righty.
paper. She stamped on, and then I just tore it out and watercolored around it. And then what I did was I took my watercolor along the edge after I covered up that other page.
Yeah.
Cardstock, and I left it so it's a pocket.
It's a pocket. Okay. Now that mushroom is that where'd the picture of the mushroom come from? I missed that. Is that a napkin or
Becky stamped on?
Becky stamped it and sent. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now I just have to cover these up and do something on that side.
Okay.
Because
I've fixed an envelope for Anne here.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, Becky.
So I just I did it on dictionary paper though. So
that's perfect.
So this one will have the specimen card on the back side.
Okay.
Because it has this on the front side. Something simple. So I have the back side, I'll put something that'll coordinate with the mushroom.
Okay. It just looks so good on against the black, you know, it really just stands out.
Yeah, I have to figure out what else I'll put up in here, but
oh yeah. Well, how about the smoking caterpillar?
A smoking caterpillar. Oh, from Alice in Wonderland?
Mm-hmm. Well, the caterpillar's an insect, right?
I'll have to see if I can find a black and white outline.
I wonder.
So I can
check out. I can't because I've got all my devices, but check out. Let me. We got like 2 minutes, but I'm gonna wait. Just hang on one second. I got an idea.
I was gonna say you can make us all big.
I got an idea. I got it. Wait. I got it. Let me take a second.
We can't see you.
Oh, you can't see me. Well, you don't need to see me, but I will make it so we can see everybody. Okay. All right. But I have an idea. Look out. The brain is working. Whoops. If I can spell. I have an idea. Okay. Now, what do you want? A caterpillar?
Well, whatever would work on.
Okay, let me just put that
here.
Caterpillar. All right. Now, I went to the Noun Project.
Oh, yeah.
Which is my all-time, one of my most favorite websites to get pictures. And so I don't even be able to see it. But there's a whole bunch of black and white, simple caterpillar drawings.
Or I could draw one.
That's what I mean. But you could use this as a guide.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Like, you have one like this. You want it black and white, and there's a whole bunch of them.
So maybe I can find a mushroom to set off coming in off the side.
I'm going to put smoking caterpillar and see if I don't know that they'd have
and put a caterpillar on top of that mushroom, maybe.
Oh, they do have the smoking caterpillar, but it's a cartoony one. Yeah, there's only 2, and it's not good,
Yeah. It does give you the idea, though.
Right, but you could look at. I've got there. If you type in smoking caterpillar, images, there would be a whole bunch that would come up that you could copy if you wanted to do that. But the noun project, you see, they have just your basic black and white caterpillars.
Hi, Kathy. I didn't see you come in.
Yeah. Good. Poor things. Kids have a Shisuko that's 15 who also has issues, so I understand.
Or I may try and do just a simple page of like you've done with your stamping, because I have a script stamp
That's all you need.
uh,
Ooh.
here.
I mean, what would you use? White ink or gesso to stamp with?
No, I was thinking of putting it on another paper and
Oh, okay, that makes sense. And then just gluing it down.
Sure.
Yep.
torn edges, though, you know,
Yeah,
going
torn
around,
edges. Yep.
because this is all the torn edge page.
That would look good. Just torn it. Yep, that would look great. That would make a lot of sense to put that there. And if you wanted to, you could have it so that it went around the mushrooms. You know what I'm saying? Like I might go around the. Oh, you have some Josh paper. Josh.
Yeah, Becky had a nice little Happy Meal. I didn't know what the heck to do with it.
Oh,
So,
look at that. I've never seen silver Josh. Josh.
it's a goldishy color, silvery
Oh,
gold,
okay.
silvery gold.
Silvery gold.
And I've never heard of Josh paper.
Yeah. Well, I hadn't either until crafting. Josh. I always want to say Josh, but it's Joss. Good morning, Malaya. We're on our way out. We don't want to step on anybody's.
And I don't think anybody comes on till 11:30. I thought.
Oh, that's right. I think Painty Girl comes on at 11:30.
Yeah.
Okay. We can hang out a little bit longer if you guys are game. Could it be Shikuto? Is that a type of stitching, printing, gold? Is that gold added to stuff? I know the word, but I don't know. All right. Well, you can procrastinate. I'm a great procrastinator. I'll help you procrastinate. Oh, it's a dog. Yes. Oh, okay. She. All right. Oh my God. I feel so stupid. Yeah. Okay. I know that. Yeah, I know it as a dog, but there's also there's a type of mending where if you break a piece of like Shiko, that's it.
Sashiko.
And they have a dog, a Shishuko.
A Shih Tzu.
Shih Tzu. Oh my God. Oh Lord. Yeah, a Shih Tzu.
Hands on a roll today.
Shih Tzu. Yes. Too many shits. No, Shih Tzu.
Oh, goodness.
Okay. Now wait a minute, lovely. What are you practicing to stay good at? Oh, you're practicing procrastinating because you want to stay good at it. Okay, yeah, She has two shits too. No shits.
Shih Tzu.
God bless you. I don't know.
Yeah, that's me. Because you tight.
Or up Shits Creek. If you folks have not had an opportunity to watch Up Schitt's Creek, I highly recommend it if you have access to, was it on Netflix, I think?
And it's on Prime.
Oh, then it must be on, it's on Prime then.
It was on Netflix.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
And it's also on Prime.
Wow.
Well, it's a hit, you know.
Yeah.
Actually, that's what's frozen on my screen right at the moment because I stopped it midway.
It's a funny show. It's very well done. Great cast. And now the son is in a lot of commercials on TV.
Yeah, he got pretty famous for that.
Yeah. And he does look like his dad, that's for sure. And the dad got his start. He's Canadian. Well, you know that.
Yep.
And the dad got his start with the
Most of them
Second
are that.
City, Second
Most-
City group.
Most of the people are on that show are from Canada.
Yeah. Kathleen Turner, right? Isn't that the mom?
O'Hara.
Oh, yeah. No. Yeah, you're right. I always, yeah. Yeah, her. All righty.
You ready to sign off for the day?
Yeah, we are. Just kind
Got a
of,
lot done.
yeah, yeah, we did. I made one of these, right? I made a new one of these to show everyone how to do that. I installed another one of these. Now that doesn't sound like very much, does it? No. And Carol, let's show and tell. What did you all get done today?
Did my specimen cards, colored
Yeah.
these. I did this back page.
Yeah.
I think that was it.
Okay. And you showed and you did a flip through of your book too. So
Yep.
that's
And I put my last little Nettie sticker in there.
okay. All right.
So yeah,
All right.
it's from the past. It's from
Yep.
everybody's happy mail from the past. And
Mhm.
well, I
And
guess
Becky is ruffling it.
anyways.
Well, I'm dividing this piece. It's going to be the ruffle into 4 sections. And then I'll ruffle in between each of the pins. So I'm getting a nice even ruffle all the way around instead of trying to do all the way around with one single pin. A thread.
Right.
And I cut 15.5 inches off a dress and made it into this ruffle. The fabric I cut away is going to be the ruffle. So all I got to do is ruffle it and sew it to the dress now.
That's cool. And then you got to go to Nichols and get your orange yarn, right? You got to get your orange.
Follow. Right, Becky?
What's that?
Pictures to follow.
Yeah. I forgot to take a before picture, but I'll show the dress. Because this used to come all the way. See, I cut a bunch off, so it looks like a lot, but I'm going to put this ruffle on.
That's going to be perfect. I think it's really.
I've got this much left, and if I split that in half, I'm thinking I could even add a ruffle around the neckline or on the sleeves. Maybe the caps.
Ooh.
The caps and the sleeves would look pretty.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
I might do that. I've got a piece of ruffle fabric from before, but I'm hoping I'd have enough if I fold this in half and I cut it out so that I could cut. Well, I don't know if I have enough, but I'm thinking I don't want the white part to show, so I would need to, double the ruffle.
Right.
It would be like that
wide. Yeah.
But I don't know. There might be enough here to do a little something on the shoulder.
I mean, and you would just do like a shoulder cap. It would be like,
yeah, just a little bit.
Right.
Off.
Yeah.
This one's got peekaboo shoulders, but
right.
But anyway, I didn't want this $4.50 dress to go to waste.
No,
Just
absolutely
hanging in my
not.
closet.
That would be just sinful to. It's lovely. It's lovely. And I think the ruffle's going to make it stunning. Yep.
So yeah, I think it'll be cute.
Yeah. All right, ladies. And so thank you so much, Becky and Carol, for being here. It was another lovely, productive Sunday morning with you guys. And thank you, everybody that joined us today. And everyone have a good week. And we'll probably see you out there on the internets between now and then, whenever then is. Take care.
Bye, everybody. Thank you, Janet, for posting links.
Okay, bye-bye.